Okay. Okay, what's next? Food's in the oven. Okay, now it's done. Oh, the toast has to be pretty close to finished. Oh, not even close. So timer 5 minutes or less. We're gonna put 3 because we don't want it to burn. And check one more thing. I'm just about done here, so that's awesome. Made really good headway tonight, and I'll do more in the late evening tonight, than in the morning. I'll do even more. I'm super excited. I see the finish line now. All right, recycled whack of stuff. This is white paint for here. Sand that, and then paint the trim and everything. It'll look really nice in there. Touch it all up. And the whole house has been painted. I am done for the season. Won't paint till 2026 maybe. Thankfully, it's just beautiful in here. One day when we get a chance, we gotta thank a lady. She came by like 4 or 5 times. I don't know, maybe 6 or 7, but she came by 4 or 5 for sure. And plus she helped us out with other stuff, so once we have something we can share with her, we will. We are broke right now. So that's how it goes. But she really helped us. We had a couple dudes help as well, but she came the most out of anybody. She stayed the longest. I'm not going to say she worked the hardest, but she did probably work the hardest of all the people that came. She worked harder than her husband, that's for sure. He complained a lot and did kind of a half-assed job on a couple things. I was kind of like, what the fuck? He wasn't as magical as he was made out to be, that's for sure. And he apologized like 6 or 8 times. I'm not very good at these cuts. I'm like, and he was getting mad, you know. I'm like, but I thought you were. Like, fuck, your girl can't stop tooting your horn whenever I'm around, you know. It's like, you're not as good as you say, or as she says you are, that's for sure. If he was to have that job for a living, he would waste more material than he would make money every time, because he wasted half the trim. Like, fuck, I have so much leftover trim, just wasted. So that happened. Fuck, how do you pay somebody that fucking wasted all your money? Like, you can't. Wasn't gonna sit there and tell my wife anything, but I was like, what the fuck? Like, 3 bad cuts in a row. Like, take your time, breathe. I don't do this type of thing at all. You have a fucking $1,200 saw, you can't use it. Like, are you fucking kidding me? It's a joke. I never say, my wife would never say I'm good at something, and fuck, I get there and I suck at it, you know? Guy's a solid loser anyway. The things that goofy dude did are just hilarious. I wasn't allowed to beat him up. Fucking don't get it. Could have saved her a ton of cash if I would have just beat him up the first time. Freeview Net. What's really going on, bud? What is really going on? So there's like a ton of dudes out there with anger issues, right? It's weird. 2 dudes lost their shit in my dining room, fucking in like separate years. One guy was doing flooring in there. And he just screamed. He was like 4 feet tall and like 100 pounds. I went in there and I'm like, the fuck's going on? You know, like, why, like, what happened in here? Who's choking you? He's like, oh, this is just stressful. I'm like, dude, you came in here bragging saying you had 17 years flooring experience. He didn't like that. And he was like, oh, no. I was like, where's all the other material? Where's all the other packages of flooring? I want to see a receipt for all the stuff, eh? And the day before, I gave him, like, some stuff from my shed. Like, I'm like, yeah, here, take this. He's like, oh, I got a kid. And blah, blah, blah. I was like, well, take this, dude. He's like, oh, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, you've been pretty cool. Fuck, next day, he's a total goof, you know? I was like, ah, fuck, man. And then a couple years later, fuck, this guy's in there and he's working on a straight line piece of trim over by the staircase. And he's a fat dude, eh? This guy's really fat, and he's over there, and I hear bang, bang, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? He's like, fuck! He's just swearing, eh? And I'm like, I don't like people yelling in my house. If I hear that, I want to start clubbing people, eh? And I don't get yelled at. If you yell, it means you want to fight me. If you yell, it means you want to fight, right? And
My wife says I'm alpha. I'm like, babe, alphas aren't Viking. Like, Vikings are next level fucks, you know? They're not like, there isn't a book on us that says, oh yeah, this is how to train a Viking, you know? There's not shit out there like that, you know? It's kind of funny though. I question people's well-being. You can think what you want, but if you freak out on a fucking piece of drywall or tile, you're petty. You're a peon, you know? I've never been in somebody else's house and been like, ah! Like screaming out loud. That means you have a low IQ. Can't sort out your feeling, you know? And you know what? Where I see the most people that have hissy fits? Mama's boys. Mama's boys are fucking well known for hissy fits. It's like your mom's always been there to protect you. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen so many grown men, 50, 45-year-old men, losing their shit over, like, nothing. You know what I mean? Nothing. It screams pussy, you know? I'll see you guys on the next one. Don't lose your shit. Keep your cool. Remain composed at all times. Unless you're a total goof.